In the day of the world's beginning, there was great chaos. Nefarious beasts wandered the land, haunted by evil spirits that thrived on destruction and fed on the souls of others. They sought to destroy everything that was decent and whole in the world. The ancient races of men and fairies hid in the giant cave at the foot of the mountain, trying to evade complete obliteration. There they cried out to the goddesses, Din, Nehru, and Fëanor, for help. The goddesses responded. They aided them by creating the Triforce, the perfect balance of wisdom, courage, and power, to help defeat the evil that sought to destroy them all. The Triforce exists in 3 pieces, and these pieces were given to 3 guardians. The goddesses swore that when great evil would emerge, the guardians would arise to come and face it.
Thought I'd find you here.
You've got to be kidding me.
You're going to be late for your dinner with Master Bazaar if you dawdle here any longer.
It's just gonna stop.
Link. My baby boy. What's the matter? You always come here when something's bothering you.
I'm not your baby boy. Nothing is bothering me. I did just lose the catch of a lifetime.
I know you're growing up, Link, but I think...
You know what I mean, Mother. I'm not Kaikiri like you. I'm no fool. We both know that I'm not your boy. Is it a secret? Must we pretend that we are family when we're not even from the same land?
You've had another dream, haven't you? I thought as much with the way you left the house this morning, without eating breakfast or even saying a word.
It was different this time. There was a girl in a dark room with bars on the windows. She was beautiful. She had the same mark on her hand as I do.
Shh. I have warned you of the dangers of mentioning that mark of yours.
Why? What will happen? You claim not to know, and yet you're so afraid of it. Why? It never changes. When will you tell me who I am? How am I supposed to live in a village of people nothing like me, knowing I will die long before any of them? If you're not to help me understand my dreams, then who am I to turn to?
I do not help you, my son, because I do not know how to. Your mother left me a baby, nothing more. Her death left me with a blessing I never dreamed of. I do not have the answers you are looking for. Your darling from the village across the river approaches.
Mother, she's almost as old as you are.
On the contrary, son, I have at least 120 years on her. And besides, she's of your kind, so be nice.
Hey, Link, you want to help us find some dating sticks?
No, thank you, guys.
Good luck with your dinner tonight, Master Bizarro.
Thank you, Mother.
Please, I'm looking for Link of the Kokiri. The great Deku tree is asking an audience with Master Link of the Kokiri children. Are you...
Yes, I am.
I mean you no trouble. The great Deku Tree is in its final hour. He speaks of your dreams, dangers of a princess. He said you'd know what he's talking about.
The Lord of our Woods wants to consult me about my nightmares?
No, the Deku Tree's final dying request is to talk to you about the fate of Hyrule.
Well, come on then, little time.
Link, this is serious. Not in 15 years has the Great Tree asked for any Kokiri by name.
You need to give me this stuff.
You must hurry to Deku Clearing. Take this.
This. What do I need to? Does the Deku really talk?
Of course he does. Want to look my best as well. Today be Elder! Tell Master Bazaar that Link will not be coming to the shop this morning. Go! Run!
But did you forget anything?
Remember to mind your manners and speak slowly.
Mother.
He is a bit old. He's the god of our forest. And you have to be very, very respectful. You're representing our whole village.
Be patient, Link. Be calm. This is quite an honor.
But why is he? Shh.
Welcome. It is for the best, young master, that you and your past have been kept secret.
So you mean you're not going to tell me where I come from? Or anything about my past?
Link! This is no way to speak to the
Sorry,
Great Deku.
I've waited too long.
I too have waited. I have waited for you, Link, just as I have waited for Hyrule's darkest day. My children can feel the changes coming as I do. See how they sway in the breeze? These winds speak to us. An evil approaches as sure as the setting sun. It is you who must confront it. Muster the courage within you, for you are in danger.
What are you talking about? Why am I in danger?
You are bound to Hyrule, and she is in danger. And so it must be you who must rise up and be her champion. Go forth to Hyrule. Make haste.
You say I'm in danger, but by Hylian standards, I'm nothing but a child. How am I supposed to begin a journey like that?
Must I tell you what you already know? Even your dreams beckon you to that place.
My dreams?
I cannot speak more of them, for they wish to remain elusive. Know that the answers lie in Hyrule.
I understand. And yet I don't. How does the fate of this land even concern me? Well, I'm not sure. But if I must go there to find out who I am, then I will go.
He's only a child.
You lack faith. Need I remind you of the mark that he bears? Youth will not relinquish his providence.
But I don't understand.
We all have our roles to play. Even you, Saria. Now you too must take the stride. My end is upon me. Take care of them.
But I... Sorry I couldn't help you, Lee.
I know.
I never meant for it to end this way.
This is not the end, Mother. I will return one day. You'll see.
Master Bazaar gave me this to give to you.
Neru's blade. It's been locked in his chest for 20 years.
Said it's his finest work. It's not much, but here. You were never like the others. You were always so different. That's what I loved about you. I knew this day. But in all my life, I've never met someone with such little patience and such a huge heart. I love you.
I must go. I want to do this.
Promise me you'll return.
I will return. I promise.
Goodbye, my baby boy.
didn't think you were going to get away with my things, did you?
Stay back. I'm warning you. Hey. Oh!
You going to run me through with the sheet still on the blade?
Please. I meant no trouble.
Meant no trouble. Stealing my things. Aren't you a guardian of the Deku? Sworn to uphold the peace and truth of the forest? Never mind, don't answer that.
You see, you'd be better off killing me. The beasts and predators will be out. It's almost nightfall.
Better off in a predator's stomach than a shadow on my back.
Please, I can explain. No, you see, I needed the money. I was on my way down to the nearest town.
Look, do you know your way out of the Lost Woods?
Right. I'm gonna make your trip pleasant while I sit here and wait for someone to put me out of my misery.
It's a deal then. You show me out to the Lost Woods and I'll quicken your pain.
Are you mad? I'm going this way. And don't let me catch you following me.
If I untie you, then will you lead the way?
Lead the way? Listen, you die in the Lost Woods or die trying to get out. Die trying to get out.
No, I really don't need me. That's fine.
Come here, wench. The game.
Come on, what's that
Move along.
What's the big idea?
No! My hand!
Listen, before I squash you into the ground, get lost, weasel.
Yeah, beat it.
No, Granddad, I don't know if he got it from a muffin or not. What does it matter? It's a real green rupee. It better be a real green rupee. What do you want? Well, hello there, young man. Not from around here, are you? I see you wandered in my shop from the marketplace. You must be a real sucker for a good bargain. I'm Honest Ivan. This here is my magical emporium of mystical and wonderful good fruit things there. I've got this here flute here. I can tell you're a man with music in your heart. Don't worry. I've got, honest Honest Ivan's got just the thing for you here. This ruby necklace is sure to win over any lady that you've got in your... No, not really your thing. Well, we've got many... oh, I tell you, this probably isn't for you. What are you, some kind of hunter? I've got just the thing, don't worry. Perhaps then... Oh, hold on, this jack will take good care of you, don't worry. Oh, just a perfect thing for hunting. Oh, look at this bow! This certainly with the quivers made from real quiver trees. 30 rupees, right? That's what we agreed on. Well, there you are, sir. Oh, you've got a bow! Hey, Oz, I'd love to talk to you some more, but Ponchu's going out the door.
Hey, you're not from around here, are you?
No.
Well, listen. If you don't have anywhere else to stay tonight, you can stay in my inn along the Market Street. A daughter about your age. Yeah, I've got some business to attend to. Stop by if you want, huh?
Yeah.
Princess Zelda and King Edward are having a banquet tonight. You know, I would go to that banquet tonight, but I hear that Ganondorf guy is going there. You just can't trust Gerudo or whatever. I think it's pronounced Gerudo? No, I'm pretty sure it's Gerudo. No, it's Gerudo.
17 years, Tomas. 17 years since we've shown our faces and the faces of our people in this kingdom. The Hylians foolishly welcome us as dignified guests. This land will soon be subject to my every lust.
Yes, Lord Ganondorf. Perhaps they took kindly to our proposition of trade and peace between our peoples. Maybe the king believes this will begin to rectify the damage and poverty set by years of war, eh?
Well, no matter what the king believes, he and his people will shortly suffer the brunt of his foolishness. The Gerudo have suffered in the desert long enough. These mongrels that inhabit these lands will slave over us. Every blasted man, woman, child, and blade of grass will recognize my supremacy. If they resist, they will die. Their corpses will not deny my power. The Triforce of power will at last be in my possession. All of this will be mine, and the Gerudo will at last reign over the peoples of Hyrule.
Of course.
Mullen, this is an inn. There's always guests coming to stay here. I simply thought, Mullen, he's a very attractive young boy.
Dad! Father, not this again. Am I really so irritated? Oh, are you alright? You shouldn't be trying to get out of bed just yet.
Oh, where am I?
You're in the best guest room of the Epona Inn. What is your name?
Link.
Hello, Link. My name is...
Mama, right now.
Oh, did you... Yes, well, let me check that bandage. Well, the swelling seems to have gone down a bit. but looks like you're going to have a bump on your head for a while. Come, let's go into the kitchen. I'll get you a bit of something to eat and you can tell me about yourself. I'm particularly curious about those odd clothes you're wearing.
The plan is perfect.
Can the princess not sense a plot? She bears the Triforce of
Wisdom, I am no fool. Even if she did suspect something, she is a mere child. The royal council will not be so inclined to listen to such nonsense.
The boy.
If I allow the princess to wander, he will return. He got away from me once, yes, but shortly after I gained the Triforce of power, my strength will overbear their crafty schemes, and they will perish within my grip.
You underestimate the other two pieces of the Triforce. It is a perfect balance of...
Silence, you oaf! I have not overlooked this. I am a greater being than all three of them. Once I gain the King's Triforce, gaining theirs will be effortless.
Lord?
I have devised a plan to keep the children away during our raid.
The Temple of Time? But the sword
is a
is...
distraction until we have domain over the land. The temple is the dwelling place for the realm of spirit. Once they have obtained entrance, they will have recklessly opened the realm, and I will cast the demons of element to the 5 corners of the kingdom to guard the sages. In time, he will return. In time.
Dear Link, I have gone to the market to find my father. He did not come home last night. He was probably too drunk to walk. I know you have things you must do, so I will not expect to see you when I return. Take care of yourself. Sincerely, Malin.
Where's that singing coming from?
Oh, that's Princess Zelda. She always sings at the castle around this time.
Where's the castle?
Go that way.
Okay, thank you.
Well, who are you, brat? What are you doing in the castle of Hyrule?
Looks like he came here to see what he can leave here with. Ain't that right, little beggar?
Answer the man, boys!
What is going on here? What is the meaning of this?
This young beggar was trespassing on the king's property, Lady Impa.
I do not believe that's a suitable reason to be beating the poor boy. Is it, guardsmen?
The boy struck a guard in the face, Lady Impa.
I see. And what do you have to say for yourself, lad?
You'll answer the Lady Impa when she speaks to you.
You're all dismissed. You'll leave this lad to me.
Of course, Lady Impa.
You carry the mark of the Triforce of Courage.
What?
Your hand, the mark. It is the reason you are here, correct? You do not know what the mark is? You do not know what it means? I will have to wait, I suppose. Why are you here?
I was sent by the great Deku Tree of the Kokiri Forest.
The great spirit of the forest sent you here? Don't look like a Kokiri to me. Do you lie?
I do not lie. I am Kokiri.
Well, quite sure of yourself, I see. I will take you to her, but only for the mark on your hand. She's expecting you.
Please rise.
I'm Link, your humble servant, my lady.
I've been waiting so long.
Princess! Are you alright?
It's all so overwhelming. I mean, isn't it?
Yes.
Surely I've been in your dreams as you've been in mine.
Yes, you have been. It's never really made any sense. It still doesn't make any sense.
You must forgive me, Master Link. A lady should not be seen by her knight in such an emotional state.
I am no master, nor a knight of any kind. I do not deserve that title. I'm not aware of the affairs of the kingdom, or how my crude carpentry could assist the princess. I've come here searching for answers. Answers to so many questions.
Look through this window. You see that man? That's Ganondorf. He calls himself the Lord of the Gerudo. That's the man from my dreams. There's something sinister about him. Something about his eyes. Link, you must leave this place immediately. If my father finds you here, he'd think you were a thief or an assassin.
But I would never.
I know that, but my father won't believe it. He'll have you thrown in the stockyard in a jenny with a fiend vein.
My influence cannot sway the mind of a stubborn old man like my father. There is still time. Return to me soon. Go.
Thanks for stopping by. Forgive our Malin. She's not as comfortable with the city as her mother and I would like. She'd be happier on a farm raising livestock.
The city, is it as detestable as I've been warned?
But you must have your wits about you.
Thank you, Talon, for your hospitality.
Of course. Feel free to come back anytime.
Lord Ganondorf, the king has graciously decided to grant your request and would like you to join him and his other guests for dinner. However, for hospitality's sake, he requests that your entourage stay in your guest quarters.
I am very put out by his delay. However, I will accept his invitation to dinner. You may go.
Our plan is going perfectly, my lord.
I should hope so, Tomas. For your sake.
Come with me.
You've returned. How fortunate. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, but Impa and I decided that it was too big of a risk to be caught in the courtyard. Would you care for something to drink?
Thank you, but I'm fine. King Adeline, what importance is his banquet?
Do you not hear anything that goes on in these parts?
Forgive me. I know nothing of this kingdom, or even this world.
The Kokiri choose to separate themselves from the rest of the world. They are said to be the direct descendants of the ancient Hylians that planted the great Deku tree. However, you do not appear to be like any Kokiri that I have ever seen.
I'm not.
My father's holding a banquet for the Gerudo leaders. They've come from the desert to make a treaty of peace, although I have terrible doubts about the leader's motives. He's a sorcerer. Who knows what sort of spell he'll put us under.
Our plans have been executed perfectly, my lord.
So you put the serpine root in the king's goblet, then?
Yes, lord.
Good. Now when the king falls asleep and his guests are ushered out to keep from waking the tottering old fool, you'd best keep that glabrous head of yours hidden in the shadows, or it will be staked on a pike outside this castle when I am king.
Yes, Lord Ganondorf.
My mother gave it to me when I was a very young child. Open it. It plays the melody of the one place I traveled outside these castle walls. Kakriko, a village resting in the base of the great mountains to the west. I was young, but remember it well. I'd go back if I only could. I can still hear the sound of the windmills and the hollows from the market and the children laughing as they chase one another around the stables. I can hear the sound of the well and the baker calling out his special for the day. I can feel the breeze that the slopes of the mountains carry down its steep terrain. A gift from my mother.
Your mother? What happened?
She became ill shortly after I was born. She was infirm for 4 years and passed into the hands of the Sacred One.
I'm sorry. I never knew my mother either. She was struck down by a black horseman when I was only an infant. I was given into the care of the Kokiri, who told me to fear my past. This cursed mark upon my hand, and to tell no one of it.
Your secret's safe with me.
Please, my lady, I want to help in any way your highness wishes. If it is the will of the sages. But I've waited my entire life to know of my past, and what significance my meager existence holds.
I'm perplexed by your desire to know your past. I wish I didn't know what I know. It's hardly a mystery, Link. You're the guardian of the Triforce of Courage, Eye of Wisdom, and my Father of Power. For all we know, you've been hunted your whole life, and are incredibly fortunate to have survived your life in the forest. The sages did prophesize about a man who would come from the East Forest, a hero, and he would drive the evil out of the land, back into the realm of the spirit, with the Sword of Time.
Of time?
It dwells in a temple east of our doors. The sword not only opens the realm, but it can seal it. Ever since I can remember, I've had a dream of a day that the royal throne in the hall is overthrown by a man in black. I'm in the dark, and I can feel the despair of my people. But there is always a young man who emerges from the East Forest, and he breaks the iron of my cell, and when he touches me, I awake.
I've had dreams, but none of your detail. I find myself in a dark cloud, running towards a voice in peril. When I find it, I see her. You. And she is beautiful. In my dreams.
Ganondorf, he's betrayed us. His warriors are all over the castle.
My father! What about my father?
Dead. They're all dead.
Princess, we must get you out of here. If Ganondorf has killed your father, then he has taken the Triforce of Power. We must get you somewhere safe.
How can Ganondorf benefit from murdering the king?
When the bearer is killed, the Triforce is passed on to the killer. If Ganondorf has taken the Triforce of Power, then his intent will be to take all of the pieces. Listen to me, you must get somewhere safe.
Zelda, I need to protect you.
I respect your courage, Link. However, you can save her by protecting yourself. If Ganondorf gets a hold of both of you, he is omnipotent. Take over the land.
Where will you go?
We will ride west. I can protect you and keep you safe and get you out of this castle, but after that you are on your own. Now we must hurry!
Who said that?
I am the Sage of Time. I am the keeper of this temple where the currents of time are blurred. Much has changed. You have broken the seal to the realm of spirit, and as a result, Ganondorf has loosed unspeakable evil upon the land and now sits on the throne of Hyrule. 5 years have passed since that day you drew the sword, and the demon has become one with Ganondorf. He is bound to it, and if the spirits were to be cast back, Ganon would fall with them. The Sages of Element forged the sword you drew to seal away this darkness. Just as the sword has opened the gates, it too holds the power to shut them once more. Be quick, Link. The Sages of Element are being held captive, hindering their power over the elements they embody. The sword will regain its power once all the sages are delivered from the clutches of those who oppress them. Free them, and this mere blade you wield will become the Master Sword once again.
Where's Princess Zelda?
Take this as my gift to you. Do not despair.
Who's there? I'm looking for a place of shelter. You're not welcome here. Pay my taxes for this land. I work hard and earn my land for my family. I don't allow trespassers to corrupt my homestead. Now leave before I... Glorious. Haven't you any place to go this time of night?
Forgive me. I come from a faraway land. I just need a place to stay in the stables or something out of the rain.
Nonsense. Stay in my home for the night. And anything to eat?
So, Link, what brings you to the inner land of Hyrule?
I'm not sure.
Well, we don't get too many travelers around these parts these days, do we, Talon? I'm sure since Lord Ganondorf decided to borrow all the crops and livestock from the people, it's discouraged most travelers from visiting our homey
That's
little...
enough, dear. You have to excuse her. She isn't keen on running a ranch under the supervision of the Gerudo power. They don't do any trading or work without the consent of the Gerudo power. They tax all of our imports and exports and take what they want whenever they want. Not many of us Hylians still stay in the Mooncrest area. But I'm not afraid of them. I fear for the lives of my wife and daughter. I lost my firstborn the night that Lord Ganondorf overthrew the kingdom of the savage men from the desert. Oh, my dear Mom. We wanted the best for her. I sent her out that night.
And what hurts the most, she will never be avenged. Ganondorf will go unpunished.
care about us! Get your hands off her!
You okay?
Yes.
Run. Run to your mother.
I will.
Young master, I thank you and feel that I am eternally in your debt. Just let this horse aid you on your journey.
But you owe me nothing.
Lord Ganondorf demands taxes from all his subjects, madam. You're not excused from the law.
I don't care what the law says. Lord Ganon needs this money about as much as my chickens do.
I'll take those chickens.
What seems to be the trouble here?
Take
Stupid witch.
What's your name, stranger?
Link?
What's your business here in Kakariko?
Looking for a friend of mine.
Do you know where your friend lives?
I'm not sure, actually.
You may as well come in then.
you are and about your quest.
What do you need?
I was close with Princess Zelda. I helped her hide from Ganon.
Where is she? Does she still live?
She's gone.
Then I am all that is left that stands between Ganon and his complete dominion over the kingdom of Hyrule.
Where were you when she needed you? Hyrule was overrun! As his dominion grew in power, the people were forced to flee to the corners of the kingdom. They are without food and taxed beyond belief. They're miserable. Princess Zelda, she was hunted for years. What can you do now? She trusted you!
I didn't know!
I know that the sages entrusted you with this quest for a reason. And I have to believe that you were brought back at this time for a purpose.
It's not too late. Help me.
You have to go visit the Sage of Fire at the top of Death Mountain.
Do you know how to get there?
Well, the mountain is beside the marketplace. There's only one way to get to the Sage. Up.
Go, Link. Save our kingdom. Restore its life. Tear apart the evil that consumes it and show the people that the hero of time will triumph. Don't let us down.
This is my water.
Kind sir of the mountain, I have no quarrel with you.
What are you?
I'm Kokiri. My name is Link.
My name is Dorian. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm a Goron. I'm a Goron, one of the great mountain men, tamer of the hill country, lord of the volcanoes.
Sorry, I don't know much of the world outside the Great Forest. Where did you come from? I thought these paths were abandoned.
These paths were once popular trade route to the village. My people live on this mountain. My people were killed.
The Gerudo. Please, Sodayu. I need to get to the top of the mountain to consult the Sage of Fire. And I cannot find my way up.
You see those rocks over there? There's only way up, Master.
Alright. Thank you for your help. be all right, thank you. So, are you the prince of your people?
Well, whatever's left of them. We scattered around this land in smart number. I live here by myself, far from the threat of Gerudo.
The Hylian are no better off. I met a few on my journey here.
Haru?
What? You got something against the land?
The people of Haru do not take my people very kindly. They're afraid of my kind.
I'm sure that your people and the Hylian people will get along just fine. To fight a common enemy, we have to put aside our differences. I believe that day is here.
Maybe you're right. You okay? It could be your outfit, but you're looking a little green. You saved my life. The rock, it would have crushed me.
It was nothing. I'm sure you had done the same for me.
I owe you a life. Please honor me by letting me help you.
Well, thank you. Greatly appreciate your offer. Thank you.
This is the way my people show their love and their kindness to each other. Yo! Link! That wasn't so hard, was it?
Yeah. At this rate, we'll reach the top by springtime. That's it! This must be it. How do we get in?
I'm not going in there. A great evil dragon is guarding the stage.
Dragon?
I'm not taking it a step farther.
Well, isn't this your people's writing?
Yes, it is.
Well, what does it say?
The blood of the royal lines may enter.
Royalty? You're royalty. You're the prince of the Gorons. This must be a blessing from the sages.
What are you supposed I do? Push?
Well, it couldn't hurt. The blood.
Ah!
Thank you, brother.
Avenge my people.
beauteous fair chosen as a bearer. The courage in your spirit is truly admirable. Beautiful. I am the Sage of Fire, guarding the spirit of all things aflame. And you are...
I'm a bit frightened and confused.
Lady Bukukiri, sent to save the land of Hyrule and her princess on a quest to free the guardians of the element. The sages? Tell me, am I the first? Tell me, lad, whose side do you propose to be on? First you free me from my oppressors and then threaten me?
I do not propose to threaten you, but to be against you. I have come for... I was told that the sage could assist...
You are seeking assistance. And that you have earned. I've been trapped here for 5 years, unable to do anything about the fire set to the villages surrounding this town. But you've slain the demon of fire, released me, and restored a fraction of the Master Sword's power. Once you have released the remaining 3 sages from their oppressors, you will have the strength that you need to stand beside your courage and defeat the transient ruler of the land. I will be with you on the battlefield. You must always remember that, like the fire that forges a blade, you must temper your courage with wisdom. This weapon will aid you in battle, but brute force alone will not save you from the evils that lie ahead. Free our allies, gather their strength. I thank you, Link, and I bid you farewell. You look tired, stranger. What's the matter? The mountain too hard on your legs? The demon? You truly are the one that the sages spoke of. Wait till the people of Kakariko and all of the land hear this.
There's no time. It would be too dangerous if the evil one found out about this. I know what needs to be done. The sage spoke of wisdom and courage needed to defeat his evil power. Now I must go to all the sages for their assistance. It is the only way to defeat the evil of Ganon.
Take me with you. I can help.
For the princess I failed to protect, and all the people slain by greed and malevolence.
I would have been proud of your courage.
It is time.
Now then, 5 years wasn't so bad.
Beware, my lord. He is quite the aggressive one. The courage in his spirit is stirring. Do not underestimate...
Do not underestimate my power!
The sages, our demons, their posts are overtaken. He is... Link and Sheik are on each other's right and left. They're beating down every Gerudo.
Death and destruction can be risked here. Go!
Take her away. This is the property of the Kingdom of the Gerudo!
I left my homeland to find out who I was. The cost for an answer was unbearable. Who am I, Sheik?
Friend to the friendless, loving to the unloved, and a hero to a land who will always be indebted to you for your courage, Link. And the perfect prince for an ashamed princess. Quickly, we must seal the sightless evil into the abyss from which it crept. Come on, get up, Link.